Your calendar is ruining your productivity. You're wasting hours moving meetings, setting reminders, and trying to figure out free time. But what if I told you that an AI agent could handle all this for you? Today, I'll show you how to build AI managed calendar without writing a single line of code. Hey, I'm Alex, computer science student who uses AI daily to automate everything. And let me tell you, managing your own calendar is a nightmare. Meetings overlap, reminders get ignored, and suddenly you've missed an important deadline. That's why today we're using AI to take control. In just few minutes you'll have your own AI-powered calendar assistant that can create, delete or update your events and even find your free time, if you have it. Okay, let's build this AI-powered calendar manager using NA10, super powerful no-code automation tool. First you need to set up NA10. It's completely free if you run it locally, but you also can use cloud. But it's not free. First go to Overview and then Credentials. Here you can find your already existing credentials, but we have to create a new one. Here select your preferred AI model. I'll use Anthropic AI. We have to enter API key of our model here. To get API key of your preferred model, just Google this model, for example ChatGPT, and then API. First page you'll get as response is probably that one you need. Then you find something like API, create new key or so, and I think you'll be able to do it by yourself, so I won't show it. Next credential we have to create is Google Calendar. When you'll create this credential, you probably won't have these fields, like client ID and client secret, but you should have this URL. You have to copy it and then go to Google Cloud. First you have to create new project, but it's quite easy, just click new project here and it's that easy. After you created a new project, you have to go to API and services, then enable APIs and services. We have to find calendar and click on this Google Calendar API. Here you probably have another option than me, because I have it already enabled. So let's go to manage it. Next step is to create new credential, like we did with NA10. As you can see I already have credential, but don't worry, I'll show you how to create it. First you have to click create credentials and then choose exactly that option. Here you have to select web application. Here you have to scroll down a bit and find this authorized redirect URLs. Add URL and paste this URL we've copied before. Now click create and you'll get window like this with your client ID and client secret, which you have to put in your NA10 credential. Congratulations, you've just added all credentials you need, so let's jump to workflow. As you can see, we have a quite simple workflow. As trigger I've used chat message, because this way it's easier for me to show you how it works directly from the NA10. As you can see, we have our AI agent here with tools like update event, delete event, get events and create event. And also as chat model I'm using Anthropic AI as I mentioned before, but also I have here a Llama chat model, which is my self-hosted Llama, but it isn't powerful enough for it. I just tested it a few times, it haven't worked properly. So let's jump to our AI agent. As you can see, we have source for prompt defined below. This is the message user will send to our chat. My chat, you can use for example Telegram or whatever, and it will have another parameters, but for me it's chat input. To see how these parameters will be called for you, just execute previous nodes directly from here or test tab or something like this, and you'll get that parameters in your left sidebar, so you can choose whatever you want. And also we have options, system message, which is our prompt. We have here this prompt. Let's go through it fast. In this overview section, we're describing to our model what it should do or its functions. Then we have calendar management tools, which are simply describing nodes we have here for updating, deleting, and so on, events in our calendar. Then we have that description that if you want to delete event or update event, you have to call get event first, because without events ID you are not able to change or update it. In our last section, final notes, I'm showing current time because without it AI model won't work properly most of times, so just be sure to specify it, okay? Also, I'm describing what I mean by find free time function, and saying that if duration for an event, if we're creating some event, is not specified, we have to assume it will be 1 hour long. So yeah, let's go back to our tools. If you're not satisfied with functionality we already have, you can go to tool, select this plus, and add another calendar tool. For example, you can specify in operations something like custom API call, or choose not events but calendar, and there are another options for you to choose from. And then you can specify some other parameters you want, but for me our functionality is enough. So okay, our create event tool is quite simple. We have credentials here, then we're specifying that we're working with events, and we want to create new event. Then we're selecting calendar and specifying start and end time of our event. This means that we're asking AI to generate some proper response or proper input for this field using this like key prompt, I'll name it. And also we have additional field which is about our event's title. It's a summary field. You can add new field by clicking that button and selecting whatever you want. For example, description, but for me title is enough. And again, this key prompt I mentioned before. So let's go back to our get events. Our get events tool is also quite simple. We have event as a resource, operation get many, same calendar, and those two fields after and before. These are like edges between which we're going to find our events. They're also specified using AI, and we don't have any additional options here, so let's go to delete events. Here we have operation delete, obviously, same calendar and event ID also specified by AI. And the last one is update event. In get event, operation is obviously update. Calendar is the same, event ID is specified by AI again, and the same with end and start date of our event. So we can shrink or extend our event as we want. And that's pretty much it. So let's now test it. We have to open our chat, and I'm going to show you my calendar for now. Currently it's looking like this. It's completely clear. So let's try to ask our assistant to create new event, for example dinner with Tom at 6. As you can see, it works, and here you can see that it used our create event tool, so it works properly. And then if we'll go to our calendar and update it, or even if without updation, you'll see that we have our dinner with Tom event created. Now let's ask our chatbot to find our free time. Let's expand this window, and it answers that we have free time until 18, so it's 6 p.m. and after 19 we also have free time. So also it specifies that we have one event today, it's dinner with Tom, we created before. So our assistant is capable of finding your free time. Now what about delete? Delete dinner with Tom event. Now if we'll go to our Google Calendar, as you can see, dinner with Tom has disappeared. And the last thing we're going to test is update function. So let's create new event first. As you can see, it specified its duration to 1 hour, as we mentioned in prompt, but now let's ask it to expand this duration to at least 2 hours. And now let's check our calendar last time. I hope you've noticed that our gym event is updated with new time duration of 2 hours, from 6 till 8 AM. Boom, and just like that, you know how AI-powered calendar assistant that manages your schedule. No more missed events, no manual edit, just pure productivity. I hope. Now, if you want to take it even further, just imagine an AI agent that also handles your emails and tasks. I'm covering this in one of my next videos, so be sure to subscribe. Please.